What's up, people of YouTube? DanCT860 here with the deck profile of Gravekeepers, my second favorite deck. And yeah, so this is built to my preference. I've seen a lot of different builds, but I'm trying to go for most consistent as possible. So this is what I've got. So 3 command it, your searcher, and yeah, great card. And with 3 command it, 3 spy, another 3 of, because special summoning is needed for the deck. And recruiter, just to exactly what it's called for, recruiting your Gravekeepers. And 2 descendant, because 3 is cloggy, 2 is enough, 1 is not enough. And the one card I run 3 of, which is just fine for me, is the Heretic. And it's great because it's a beater. Opening 2 of these with a Necro Valley and like a Tombs and a Deep Prison or something like that is basically game in the next 2 turns, because you'll lock them down with no way to get rid of this and a way to protect it. So any beater coming out will just get swamped, and within a matter of 4 to 5 turns you got game. Running 3 of those guys is just like game 1 is just easy pickings. So you can side it out game 2 and 3, whatever you decide, for cards that'll hurt them more later on in the game. And then the 1 assailant. Now for the spells, of course, the 3 Necro Valleys, the god card of the deck, and with that the 2 Gravekeeper stale, because 2 is the most you really need. In my opinion, 3 is okay. You could get away with 3. I never find this a dead card, but I'm not running Royal Tribute in this build because it's at 1, and it could be a dead card at times when they've gotten rid of your Necro Valleys and you've only got 1 Royal Tribute. So if it was at least to like 2 or 3, I would be running 3 stale, because just getting rid of all your monsters and opening up with more than one of these is just fine, because you want to get your monsters back. Then you got your 3 dualities, because it's needed in the deck. It's what makes this deck even more consistent and playable against meta. Book of Moon and Dark Hole. I run the Dark Hole instead of the Royal Tribute because, in a sense, it's kind of it's doing the same thing, getting rid of monsters, and at the same time, it is not a dead card most of the time. And then run 2 MSTs, because Descendant pops, MST will pop. They both are going to do the same thing. Next, 3 Tombs of the Necro Valley, because I like to open up with more than one of these. It's just a really good card. I love it. Yeah, so it really helped out this deck a lot. And then 2 Phoenix Chain, only 2 because I want to use the Tombs more for effect negation than negating spells or traps or anything. But at times I will use the Tombs to negate like MSTs to stop Necro Valley and all that. That stop the Necro Valley. But yeah. And 2 Deep Prison, because Deep Prison is great. And 2 Mirror Force, because Mirror Force is like my favorite card, my favorite track card of all time. It'll never be a bad card to me in any type of format. And shit, it's just great. Compulse, Bottomless, Torrential, and Solemn. your general one-ofs. So next you got the extra deck. For the extra deck, you've got the Zen mains, mech equipping in your Ghost Trick Alucard, and the rank 4s, Thanatos, Nightmare, Gemini Pearl, Black Ship of Pearl, Maestroke, Cowboy, got the Pappy, Heartland Draco, Ragnar Zero. I don't really know the name of Gorgon. I don't know. Gorgon. Something Knight. I don't know. Abyss Dweller. And then Key Beetle. This, you could basically do whatever you want with this extra deck lineup, but most of the time you're not going to be using it, but it's nice to know that you have some answers in your extra deck. For my side deck, I guess I'll show it. One Shaman and one Ambusher, because for those people who like to play really heavy Necro Valley hate, Ambusher will get back your Necro Valleys. Just set it, they'll hack into it, it's flipped up, and then it'll get destroyed. Then the effect will resolve and get your Necro Valley back. So yeah, those are the only monsters in the extra deck. The only spell I have in the extra deck is the third MST. Then I play 2 deck devastations for those decks that have those small pesky monsters, you know, Geargias. This hurts pretty well. What else? Madolches definitely hurts. Is hurt really bad by this. And a bunch of road decks like that want to run little monsters that hit the tour guides. What else? Synchrons, I guess, too. All that stuff. Goes in matches because damn near all my deck is dark. Macrocosmos, because Macrocosmos is good, especially against hands. 2 Rivalry or Warlord, because all my monsters are spellcasters. 2 Light Imprisoning Mirrors, because Boojins and Light Swarms that are uprising right now, they can all suck it and die. I mean, I like Light Swarms, I just really hate Boojins. Soul Drain, because Graveyard sucks, except my graveyard. My graveyard's the best. Gravekeepers. And 2 Skill Drain, because it'll hinder other decks way more than it'll hinder me. I could go into my Exceed plays and then flip this up, and then I'll have an established board, and their effects are negated and stopped. But yeah, this is my Gravekeeper deck. Everything I've tried to build around is to bring it as consistent and stun base, and you know, just have a lot of outs and answers to a lot of other decks. Game 1 and then side decking into the game 2s and 3s and winning from there. I've gone pretty far with this deck, and I'm pretty happy to have this deck. It's my second favorite deck ever, and you know, Gravekeepers for life, man. Just fuck with me. Alright, peace out, YouTube.